This audience is way better than yesterday's audience.
Hey, you guys are pumped. I know.
Yeah, you guys are great.
And fortunately, no Jeff Bacalars were harmed in the making of that last segment.
We don't know that yet.
Well, I'm not sure. I haven't seen him back at the booth yet, but fortunately, I've got my fingers crossed. As you can see, we have a guest. Yeah, she just appeared. We also 3D printed. You might know her from SourcefedNERD. This is the one and only Trisha Hershberger. Everybody give her a round of applause.
Thanks, guys.
Such a delight, this girl. She's delightful. And one of the things that I always like, that we talk about every single year at CES, regardless of whether it's on this stage or not, is all the WTF of CES. And there is a lot of it at the show. So we picked 3 of our favorites, and we're going to talk about them. Trisha, give us a little tour, a little taste of what it's like to see the weirdest, like most, I just don't understand, but that, okay, all right, cool.
I love it so much. It's my favorite thing about CES every year because I feel like it's those WTF products and those ideas that lead to the next generation of major consumer products. Like, I mean, there was someone back in the day who was like, oh, a carriage that doesn't need horses to, like, you know, it's the first car. And they're like, we don't need horses for that. That's pointless. Nobody needs that. My horse is just fine. Like, there was that person.
What are the horses going to do?
Yeah,
exactly.
What do those poor horses do? Yeah, that's poppycock. That's probably definitely.
For every product, there's going to be the people that say you don't need that or that's too expensive or whatever. So I think that the weird stuff is the future of technology. I mean, everyone at CES always talks about, you know, the big stuff, the TVs, the wearables, the auto tech, but the little startups are where it's at.
Yeah. It's the seed. It's a foundation. So yes,
and you found no shortage of them this year, right?
There's never a shortage of WTF products here. I mean, when you walk around, especially like if you're at Eureka Park, when you walk around, you look at stuff and you're like, that's a little strange. I don't know what that is. And I even saw some of it in Central Hall this year too.
Yeah. Well, the spider dress is over there. We had it here on stage yesterday. Amazing. We had it here on stage, and it almost poked out Khail's eye.
Several times.
Several times because I told him over and over again not to touch the model, and he wanted to just get a little closer.
I wanted to touch the dress. The dress, yeah.
When you get a little invasive, that can happen.
It's got
a proximity sensor. It doesn't like that.
But very cool, 3D printed, and it reacts to the user. So
awesome.
Very cool. Yeah, and she was looking in the future. Like you said, it's, you know, it's weird, but it's interesting.
That could be the future. I mean, it reminds me of in school, we used to get these, like, I went to an all-girls school, so we used to get these, like, self-protection and date rape assemblies and stuff. And I'm like, who needs that information now? You could just wear Spider Dress 2.0.
Spider Dress. Pretty good. So one of the other things that you mentioned was that you saw that you thought was super weird was the 10S fork and knife.
Oh yeah, previously known as the Happy Fork.
Happy Fork, yeah. And now it's got a little matching knife friend. So so you have to explain this a little bit to me because I know before it was like when it wants you. I believe it's like it wants you to lift your food and eat it every 10 seconds.
Yeah. Well, it wants you to be at least 10 seconds or slower.
Okay.
So the idea is that you're not shoveling lettuce into your face like we were talking about during the break. Fun conversations that happen when the cameras are off. No, it wants you to wait 10 seconds between every bite. But the first generation of it would actually register as a bite when you stabbed food too, if you were like a violent eater.
He's counting it up.
I was doing it.
1 alligator, 2 alligator,
I like that
3
you
alligator,
have to
4
mouth
alligator,
the number. It's really...
It's rough.
That's a long time.
I'm hungry.
It
You're starving again.
It vibrates and lights up. And the idea is that before you eat every meal, you press the button to activate it. And then you do your 10-second bites. And now it's paired with the fork. So now you can get the 10S fork, or I'm sorry, the knife. So now you can get the 10S fork and knife set.
Does it make you, well, why the knife though? Because you're not raising that to your mouth. So is it like you saw your food in half for 10 seconds?
Well, it's like this way, if you stab and the knife is down there, it doesn't recognize the stab as a bite. So it's more accurate now, a little bit more fancy. I guess it's been on sale in Europe, but they're planning on bringing it to the States. And it's just hilarious to me. It makes the weird product list for me because who brings the same utensils around with them all day? Like, is it in your purse? Is it in your pocket?
In your jacket
are there sanitation wipes for after every meal so you can put it back and save it for later?
Don't worry, guys, I've got a fork.
So would you use this? Would you find yourself?
Bizarre. I mean, I guess if I really was concerned with my nutrition intake,
I'm still gonna go with no. Still going with no.
Yeah,
not carrying that around.
$100 fork and knife. I mean, I might just go old fashioned and 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator it. But like I said, there's the people that were like, I'm old fashioned. I'm gonna go with the horse and buggy and reject the car.
You know what I'm in for? The happy spork.
Oh, that could happen.
I need that next year. Okay,
Tomorrow
so
daily.
Right on to you're welcome, internet. You're welcome, startups. So last thing that you wanted to talk about is the Logbar Ring, which I haven't even heard of.
Really?
I know that I believe CNET and Espanol got to go see it.
Okay.
But you please explain to me what the Logbar Ring is.
Okay, so the Logbar Ring was a very successful crowdfunding project, raised over $800,000.
Ooh, a lot of money.
And it's a ring that you put on that enables you to control your surroundings via gesture.
Okay.
Really neat idea.
Okay,
so
yeah.
we think of the idea and we're like, I'm going to turn off all these studio lights. And they just turn off.
Good.
Very, very cool idea, you know. But in practice, at least right now, and this is the product's second generation that's being shown at CES this year, it's still very big and bulky. And so I don't know how many people can legitimately rock that unless you have like
right now, and that is a bulky ring.
It's like
really
a dainty
bulky.
lady fingers, so it's like that wouldn't really work for me.
It looks like almost like a
Dude,
love
you just
nut.
broke 3 of them right there.
Oh, sorry.
You're very fragile,
My
man.
She-Hulk strength.
What are some of the things that they showed off that they bragged about it being able to do specifically?
So specifically, they talk about turning off and on lights with gesture, and it's linked to an app so that you can plan what gestures you like. So you can make up whatever gesture you want to do, whatever thing in your house that you want. You could turn off and on appliances, off and on lights, just interact with your surroundings. And now they have a Ring hub that they sell as well, so that you don't need to buy special lights or special appliances.
Oh, okay.
It sends it out via infrared.
Do you think that I would be able to, at some point in the future, be able to shut off with a wave Khail's bad puns?
Maybe.
Unstoppable.
Maybe.
All right.
Runs on nuclear power, so you
all
can't
right,
shut it
fair
off.
enough.
You respond
Nuclear power.
infrared, right?
Yeah.
It's
Does not
perfect.
compute.
But yeah, so the ring itself, you press a button, you make a gesture, and you'll see a little crystal on the side of the ring.
Okay.
Press a button, make a gesture, and it does its thing. But to me, I think, how hard of a gesture is it to walk over to the wall and just flip the light switch?
I think that's the hard thing about home
you really
automation.
it's Wally. We're going
Yeah.
back to the Wally generation. We
As
just all
lazy
sit
as
in the
possible.
chair and
Cup,
just
picking a cup,
do
guys.
this.
It's gonna happen.
But
We're
if I
gonna-
was playing Xbox and I could like restart my dryer load by playing my game and just doing like bam,
Or,
and
like,
it did it. That'd
wait
be
a
do
awesome.
the dryer.
wave your hand and
All my
it makes you
gestures
some
would just
food.
be like this.
Yeah.
You
All
have
of
this
it's
one
right,
gesture for
right.
everything, so like
Do
the
it.
wrong stuff's going off at all times.
Xbox, turn off. No.
Amazing. But yeah, the product is actually better now than it was before. Before,
Okay, good.
it was made out of zinc, so it was actually interfering with its own
Good times.
communication. No longer.
Okay.
No
good.
longer.
All right. Well, so that's the WTF stuff that we've seen at the show. That especially Trisha, she is. You want to ask anybody about it? Trisha Hershberger
go-to source right
is your
here.
go-to source of WTF at CES. We're going to go into, thank you so much for
you.
coming on the show. You're going to stick with us,
Yes,
but
sure.
really quickly, tell everybody out there how they can find you on the internet and where we can see you, and then we'll jump into our user feedback.
Awesome. So you guys can feel free to check out youtube.com/SourceFed for all of your news for the day in roughly 20 minutes or less. You can go to youtube.com/SourcefedNERD's for some more fun, kind of nerd niche stuff. And you can find me on Twitter at ThatGirlTrish, no I in the girl.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming.